Good morning. It is SLC Push Saturday, September 19th, 2020. Thank you for being here. And we've had a lot of really great success already in just a couple of short days. Lots of hot updates, lots of individuals over $1,000 already for the push around school. And it's not even the weekend. And we all know the weekends are where people spend a lot of money. Why? They just got paid on Friday. Husbands and wives are together. There's no school today. You have more time on your hands to do more appointments. People are in good moods. Set selling Saturday is a real deal. Now, we just don't want you to make sales, though. Sales are great. We want you to build a sustainable business. We want you to build a sustainable business. We want you to leave this push with more leads than you had when you started this push. Not by a few, but by many. We want you to 10x your business. Go ahead, you can even write this down if you want. What does my business look like? What does my business look like in 2 weeks from now if I had 10 times, 10x the number of recommendations I have right now? What does my business look like if I 10x how many recommendations I have? So you might be sitting on 50. 10x would be 500. OMG, who is that little puppy? Charissa? Who was that? Well, hello. Adorable. So what does your business look like if you 10x'd your business? If you have 50, you have 500. If you have 100, you have 1,000. What does that look like? Well, we're going to start that journey today. We have Amanda Swanson, over $150,000 in Cutco sales. She's going to give you some tools to help you build your business, specifically using Facebook. Many of you, some of this is going to be a review for you. Some of this is going to be brand new content for you. But either way, you're going to leave here with some action steps that you can take to increase your business and increase your revenue, increase your profitability, and help you have an exciting month of October, November, and a strong finish to your fall campaign and 2020. So, Amanda, are you with us?
Yes, I am, Mike.
All right. Stage is yours.
Cool. Let me share my screen. Oh, hey, Mike, can you give me screen sharing permission?
It's all yours.
All right, let me try this again. All right, good morning, everyone. So I'm really excited to be presenting this with you today because Facebook has been one of my best tools while using, going through the Cutco through college track. I've had to jumpstart my business multiple times. So can everyone share my screen okay? I can't see you guys. So if you guys wanted to go ahead and unmute and be like, I can see it, Amanda.
Yep, we can see it. You're good.
Right.
Yeah, we can see it.
Awesome. Thanks, Eduardo. All right. So we're going to talk about some keys about using Facebook. So I made an overview of some really important keys, and we'll kind of talk about this down the line, and then I'll go down into specifics. Okay. But before we talk about the important keys, if you're not using Facebook, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because guys, why use Facebook? All right, well, there's plenty of social media out there. We have Instagram, TikTok, which just got banned, so I don't recommend using that, as well as Twitter, right? So that's what our generation uses the most. But do you know what our target market uses? Facebook, right? So there's probably 3 groups of people on here, right? There's probably group 1 who still uses Facebook like me. I enjoy Facebook. Group 2, probably use it to keep in touch with family and stuff. There's a lot of 13-year-olds pictures on your Facebook. Haven't really used it since you were 12 or 13. And then there's probably a group of you guys on here that don't even have a Facebook. Okay, so that is so important. We are professionals now. We need to have a Facebook account. It's the LinkedIn for Cutco to finding our target clients. Okay, so not only are the target market on this social media platform, but you can also filter the clients that you want. Okay, so I'm going to show you a few different easy ways to do this later on. But some of you guys might be going through your recommendations oh my gosh, if only I had some better recs. Get them, go out and get them, and you can target them on Facebook. Also, there's access to thousands of people. There's Facebook groups, there's one quarantine karaoke. I do sing professionally. There's 1 million people in that Facebook group through the pandemic. And there's many, many groups. There's mom groups, there's cooking groups. There's so many groups with a large volume of people that you can get into, as well as not limited with location. That's awesome. Virtual demos, and you'll never run out of leads. Okay. I do want to be very cautious though, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook is not a substitute for phone time. Okay. Facebook is an additive to phone time. Phone time, phone's your ATM machine. We know this. That's the basics of the business. Okay. But Facebook is a great tool to kind of do that around your nap time, about to take a shower. You can send out some messages on the toilet. You can send out some messages in the morning before you start your day. You can send out 50 messages, and you can max out at 50 every single day. So after 50, they'll block you, but you just resets for the next day. So let me get back to my screen share here. There we go. So we're going to go and dive into the important keys now. So some important keys to having a successful Facebook program is to have a professional profile. Okay. So you guys don't want to have, guys, no ab pictures, no gym photos as your profile picture on Facebook. The cover photo, make sure it's something nice. Like it could be a picture of your team. I'll show you guys my Facebook in just a moment so you guys can kind of get a feel for it. But make sure that the profile is professional along with the things that you post, right? No political stuff on your Facebook. This is now business related. Okay, so make sure that your profile is professional. And we're going to talk about this as well as TLA for anyone who's, in the runnings to run a branch or a district office. That's super important to your Facebook Jumpstart program, except for this is for clients, right? So interaction with potential clients, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, adding a photo with your Facebook posts, sending out those messages. So let me guys go ahead and just show you my Facebook. So I have it pulled up here. So a couple of things. Here we are. I was trying to look for this one guy that messaged me one time on Facebook just asking to buy a signature set, but I forgot it was on Marketplace and I couldn't find that message. So let me go ahead and share my Facebook screen. All right. So let me show you guys my profile. So my profile on the laptop, actually, it looks like my cover photo is like not right, but on the phone, it looks fine. So we have our Game Changer team as my cover photo when we were winning our silver cups. And then, a somewhat professional photo for my Facebook profile. So those are a couple of key things. So you don't want to, you could put a little quote in there. You don't want too much in your bio, something that will look attractive and pleasing to the target mom groups. So let me show you guys how to find groups of people, okay? So if we go in here, right, we can look up anything. So actually, I was thinking about this morning. When I was young, I was in a mom's club. And the mom's club, some of those kids I was friends with way into like my teen years. It's a group where like moms meet up and they bring their kids to socialize when they're before preschool. So that way they can like make friends and stuff. So I just searched mom's club and here we are, mom club for kids, right? So you can get into this group, you can join the group, right? Or at least you can ask to join the group. So you can just get in right there and then you can see all the members and message them. Okay. So as far as what we're going to use for the approaches, these are the approaches here. I'm going to go ahead and send this into the group chats real quick. So that way you guys can have them. All right. Where is it? Florida Coast TLA. So I'll copy and actually I'll just do that afterwards. So let me get back to my original screen share. So make sure your profile is right. And if you don't have a Facebook, I would recommend that you make a Facebook right now. While we're going through this workshop, it's very simple. All you have to do is just put in your email and just start creating your profile. There doesn't have to be too much on there right now, but it's just the fact that you have your profile. So if you're not on Facebook, like, what are you doing? Make a damn profile. Come on now. All right, so let me, my screen just went all, oh, cool. Thanks, Mike. Okay, cool. You already posted it. Let me get back to my lovely slideshow that I have made here. All right, cool. So here we are. So interaction with potential clients. I wanted to talk about that for a little bit. So when you're talking with clients, okay, so let's say you find some people in the moms group that you want to message. So you don't want to just message them, right? Because when you're not friends with people, it goes into a separate folder. It's called the other folder. And if these adults aren't real computer savvy, they probably don't know how to check it, right? So you want to kind of triple threat that. So what do I mean by that? So let's say you find someone, you go to their profile and you start liking some of their stuff. So it draws attention to it, right? This only works if their profile is public. Okay. But if it's private, then send them a friend request. Okay. So my process for finding people on Facebook and messaging people on Facebook is I'll like some of their stuff. I'll make a comment on like a family picture, like beautiful family or gorgeous photo, or like a comment on the background of the photo. If it's like traveling, oh my gosh, Greece is beautiful, or something along those lines. And then you send them a friend request. So now what this person sees is they see all this action by you and they're like, who is this? So then they go and they look at your profile and they're probably going to accept you or they won't. But once you start building up some mutual friends, it becomes very, very easy to get people to accept you. So Mike sent out the Facebook approaches. So it's very important that you add a photo when you get a Facebook post to a client. Okay, so it's very simple to ask for the Facebook post, and I wanted to go through that real quick with you guys so you can hear the different tonalities and whatnot when you're wanting to ask and have it be effective. So after you finish the rec approach, it's very nonchalant. It's like, hey, Mrs. Jones, by the way, I'm looking to get better at my social media marketing. Are you on Facebook? Yeah, cool. So I'm actually going to shoot you a friend request. And then while, we're on a presentation together, I'll look up their Facebook and I'll be like, is this you? And I'll make a joke about their profile picture or something. And she's like, yeah, it's me. So I'll send them, copy and paste the template. Did you get that message, Mrs. Jones? Awesome. Okay. And then I'll send them a picture of me, guys. You can get a Facebook post, like just the post is better than no post, but getting a picture with it changes the game, because now they put a name to the face and everyone on here is beautiful people, so they're going to be like, oh my gosh, look at this gorgeous adorable little college student, I want to help them too. So make sure that you add photos to your Facebook post because it really brings more traction into it, and I would say that's super, super important as well. And what the flip. Okay, so my screen is like glitching out right now. 1 second here. So also, as far as maxing out with your Facebook messages, I would recommend sending them in the morning. Okay. So for sending out your 50 Facebook messages, maybe wake up a little bit earlier. It doesn't take long than probably 30 minutes to copy and paste a message to some people. And what you want to do is usually around like 6 a.m. is a great time, because what's the first thing people do when they wake up? They check their social media, right? So you want to make sure that that message is there for them when they wake up in the morning. And now it's important to remember, sometimes since these messages file into the older or the other column, they don't receive them right away. So that's why we want to max out with 50 messages every single day, because they kind of income toward over time, right? Like just a couple of weeks ago, I got a Facebook message back from someone I messaged 2 years ago. So the timelines are a little skewed. Some people will message back right away. Other people will not. So those are a couple of really important things on that. Now, I wanted to open it up at the end if anyone had any questions, or we could even do some workshopping and get started on sending out our first couple of Facebook messages here. So I have a few final thoughts for you guys, and then we'll get right into that. So let me reshare my screen. Here we are. So, oh, that's what I forgot. So you guys want to organize your lists, right? Okay, so once you start friending people and you have a good amount of people that you targeted on social media, I highly recommend either making a list on Facebook, you could do that, or you can make a separate Excel spreadsheet if you prefer the style a little bit better. So that way you kind of keep track of your messages and you can find your own breakdowns and efficiencies yourself. right? So you can keep track of who you message. And of course, Facebook does it for you. But if you're a really organized person and you like to see everything in one piece, then I would recommend making a list of like your top targets of people, of groups that you're in. So that way it's not like, oh, what's the name of that group that I need to go to and message? It's already on a list right there for you. So those are a couple of quick tips for Facebook. And just to kind of conclude my message today, guys, if you are not on Facebook, all right, so let me look at all of you guys right now. Hello. Okay. So raise your hand if you wish you had more recommendations. Everyone on this call. All right. Raise your hand if you feel like you're running out of leads. Majority of people on this call, right? That's just the mindset. You are not running out of leads. All the tools are right here for you. Get on Facebook, guys. I've jump-started my business multiple times. After I ran my branch in Richmond, Virginia, after I branched, I didn't really do too many demos for a few months. So to get back into it in a completely different state where I had absolutely no leads, I used Facebook to kind of jumpstart. And then in a week, I had over 100 recommendations in Richmond, Virginia that I was able to sell, have like a 3K push around branching and running my office. And then just this past February, actually, when we did the trip to Jamaica, I used Facebook to jumpstart my business again, and I sold 6K. It ended up being a whole chain of signatures from one initial Facebook message. So that's the thing that changes the game. And I know Jessica Shannon sold a Cutco kitchen from a Facebook message. So you never know, right? So again, guys, Facebook is not supplemental to phone time. It is just added into it to help you with your business. So if you're feeling a little bit scarce with leads, get out of that shitty ass scarce mindset and go on Facebook and find the people that you want to find. So that's my message for you guys. And I wanted to open it up if anyone had any specific questions, and we'll even have some time to send out our first couple of messages. Paige,
Awesome.
It looks like you have a mic. Sorry.
No, that was great. That was great. I appreciate that, Amanda. And we could, I would definitely want to facilitate a couple of questions for sure. And a couple of things that I want to echo and make sure that was caught. If you don't have your profile set up right now, I would start there, right? Like while we're on the Zoom, let's set up your profile. Let's make sure it's all set up. And then what you start doing is you just want to add everyone. So this is for business. So you want to add everyone. Doesn't make a difference because you want to build up your profile so it doesn't look like you're, you got hacked, because sometimes people weird people will create a fake profile using your name, and then they'll post like inappropriate stuff. So you want to make sure it doesn't look that way. So you got to build up your profile to make sure it looks legit. And you want to do that by adding a bunch of friends, putting up some posts up, pictures of you, your family, whatever the case may be. Make sure it looks legit. That would be step number one. If you're not there, do that ASAP. Step number two is one thing that Amanda didn't mention that I think is one of the most important things that you want to do is, I love the mom groups, but I think mom groups are like maybe step 5, maybe step 4, step 3. You want to use your own personal networks as step 1 or 2. Now, that was perfect for someone who's done this, if you've already sent 500 messages on Facebook, what Amanda just told you is fantastic. Some of you are sitting here where you've maybe sent 5 or 10 Facebook messages and you have access. So what I want to do is I just want to show you real quick on how you could get access to people right away. So this is my profile. So let's go ahead and call on Charissa Moore. So Charissa, who do you know that's on Facebook? Mom, grandma, auntie, who's on Facebook?
All of them, the whole family.
All right. What's your mom's name?
Melissa Moore.
Now, I'm not friends with Melissa Moore, but let's see if I can find her. Do any of those profile pics look familiar?
Nope.
Did I spell her name right?
Yep.
Any of these?
Nope. There it is.
Which one?
Owner at Melissa's Golf Cart Bodies.
This one right here?
Yep.
Oh, she's beautiful. Okay, so watch. Click friends. So now she doesn't have any friends show because her account is private. No big deal. I would, add her as a friend, but she's probably friends with Charissa. But here's what you can do. She had 16 people like on her post. So if I'm Charissa and this is my mom, I'm going to add all of these people and message every one of them because they're friends with my mom. Okay, that's where I'm going to start. That's where you're going to get the best results. And then I'm going to see if I recognize any of these names. So, Charissa, do you recognize any of these names?
Yeah, I've actually done demos with most of them, and I
That's
sold.
fine. I just need one. Who's one person that you met recognize a name?
Michelle.
Michelle, right here, Corbett.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm going to click Michelle Corbett. I'm going to click on hers, and she doesn't have friends to show. So I'm going to go back to a different person. And I assume she's obviously the one that wouldn't have friends to show just because it didn't allow me to click a friend. She's obviously set to private. So not the best person, but I would say, let's say Sheila. This looks like a perfect Mac customer. Look at that. Perfect Mac customer. So I'm going to click on Sheila, and I'm going to click on friends. And she doesn't have friends to show either, so I'm going to go back. Okay, no problem.
Try Aaron.
Let's see if we can find someone else. No problem. Well, let's just go down the line. Diane, click friends. Boom. She has friends. Actually, no, these aren't. Are these friends? I guess these are. No, some of them are friends. This looks like celebrities, some of them.
Might be friend recommendations.
It says following, usually following, maybe, but those are like celebrities. So that's not what we're looking for either. So we'll go back. We'll find someone. No big deal. Go back over here. Click over here. Let's go to Kristen Hall. Let's see, Kristen.
She's a teenager.
Oh, she's a teenager?
Friends.
Got it. Well, her account's public, so that would have been easy. It would have been too easy. Why? Who's looking for easy nowadays? Nobody. All right, let's say Bonnie. Bonnie or Althea. Let's see Althea. Boom, 443. Bam, Althea. So now Althea's friends with my mom. Cool. So there's a chance that some of these people, they're only one generation away removed from my mom. 2 generations from mom. I'm going to add every single one of these people. Anyone who looks like someone I want to do an appointment with, I'm going to add them. Add. And then what I'm going to do, here's what it would look like. If I clicked add, then I'm going to click on Danielle. I'm going to add friend, and then I'm going to like. So I'm going to like this, or I'm going to put, I'm not going to like it. I'm going to put whatever everyone else is doing. So some other people might be angry about this. So I'm going to be like, I'm angry too. So I'm going to be angry about this and be like, that's terrible. I don't even know what they're talking about. I'm not getting down the whole rabbit hole. I'm just put like, that's terrible. Angry face. Boom. Add friend. And then I'm going to message. And then I'm going to message. And then I'm going to copy and paste and send the message. Then I'm going to click back. And then I'm going to go to the next person. I'm going to go to who else looks like a Mac? Oh, she looks like a Mac. I'm going to like her I can't like because she's private. So no big deal. I'm going to find the next person. So Anna. Cool. I'm going to click add friend. I'm going to click comment. Oh my God, what adorable pup. I'm going to comment adorable pup, like, and then I'm going to click message. I'm going to send her a message. 50 of those a day. Maybe you do 20. Maybe you do 10. And this is this systematic approach for 10 minutes a day. 10 minutes a day. That's, I mean, you will have 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 appointments just coming in. I promise you. Okay. So these are that would be where I would start. So for Charissa's case, that's mom. That's just one place to go from mom's profile. See, if I went to someone that I am friends with, let me go to my sister-in-law, and then we'll go to back to Amanda. I click on my sister-in-law, so I'm friends with her. So this is going to be, she has 688 friends. I literally can go through, which friends do I want to target? Her work friends? Cool. Boom. I'm going to go through all of her work friends because I know they have a job. And when I message them, I'll be like, you work with my sister-in-law over at United Airlines. I wanted to see if you could do me a favor. Boom. How easy is it to get these people? And then I could go, okay. You live in the same city as my sister-in-law over in New Egypt, New Jersey. How are you? How easy is it to get these appointments? This is a piece of cake. This is so simple. Cool. So to answer questions, what we look at most recent, what's Liz, you could unmute yourself. Well, I don't understand the question. Like recently added or?
No, I've just come across profiles where I guess they don't really post that much on Facebook. So like
if they don't post so much on Facebook, I would just message them and like and comment. I mean, you don't have to spend too much time there. See, here's the thing. There's no thought behind this. Let me help you understand. There is zero strategy here. It is guerrilla marketing. I would write that down. This is guerrilla marketing. This is mass advertising. That's all this is. It's mass advertising. There's very minimal strategy other than the strategy I just told you. Very minimal strategy. It's fire. There's no ready aim. It's fire. Get as many of these messages out as possible. That's where I would start. But you start with the MAC customers that you're connected with. Your mom, your aunt, your grandma, and then all of their friends, and then their friends. It's just like getting recommendations. But stay with the closest ones to you, and then you change the message that Amanda gave you that says, instead of saying, my name is Amanda Swanson, Amy Solomon's daughter, you just say, my name is Liz Lopez. My sister-in-law works, you might know my sister-in-law, Vanjie Kramer, from United Airlines. I was hoping you could help me out with a scholarship I'm working towards. It's the same thing. You just change up the relationship and then copy paste, bang, 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 bang.
One question.
Sure.
I'm not working towards a scholarship or in school or anything. So like, what would I put?
So what are you working towards?
One day, well, right now I'm working towards Dirty 30, but like one day, possibly 5-year plan, have my own business.
Cool.
Possibly.
So why can't you just say that? I'm working to start my own business. And
That's what I do say in my demo.
Perfect. So what's your question?
Okay. Just what I should type because.
Oh, okay. Got it. Yeah. I would just use that. Yeah. You're doing it as a grown-up. To this point as a grown-up, I'm a grown-ass man. I'm literally doing this right now to relaunch my bestseller. Literally doing this right now as we speak.
What's your bestseller?
I'm using Facebook. Look, I even tagged I tagged her. This is my post. I have my book. I'm literally doing Facebook Jumpstart right now. We're making progress, 22 out of 100 ratings on my book that I have on Amazon. And it reached #1. Hell, I'm really excited about relaunch of this book. Any ideas on why Amazon's blocking me, right? My first book is on Amazon for free. I'm literally using Facebook Jumpstart and it's till Monday. So guess what my happy ass is going to be doing before Monday is copy and pasting some mass messaging to get as many people to get the free book. It's free, but I want to drive traffic to download the book so that way I can get more ratings and reviews and using social media to jumpstart my business. Cool? Mass advertising.
Makes awesome sense.
Cool. All right, that takes us to 9:30. Sorry, I just jumped into Amanda's workshop. I just needed to capture that. That was really important. So great job, Amanda. Let's give Amanda some snaps. Thank you. So some big light bulbs that show up for many of you. Update the profile picture. Stop posting political shit. Don't post abs and bikini photos. You want to be appealing to your audience. If you post political stuff, you're automatically losing 50% of your audience, right? Making sure that you are people love pet photos, pets, dogs, cats, anything like that. Post that stuff. Comment on stuff. You could share some stuff, add them as friend, message, comment, message, comment, add message, comment, add message. 10 a day. Start at 10 a day. Do 10 right now. 10 a day. Then work your way up to 20 or 30 or 40 or 50. Eventually you can work your way up. This is the next one. It's not instead of phone calls. This is in addition to phone calls. This is like when you wake up, instead of scrolling and looking how awful your life is compared to everybody else's life on social media, and oh my gosh, how FOMO settles in and all that bullshit. Yeah, instead of doing that, why don't you just send your 10 messages and create business and create money for yourself, right? That's what I would do instead of looking at all the other bullshit that's online. Use social media for your business. The other people are making money off of you. Why not you use it as a way to fuel your success? So that's my biased opinion, but those are a couple thoughts. Amanda didn't talk about that. I did. And then of course, what I just said, I would make a list right now. I'd make a list. What moms are you connected to on Facebook right now? Mom, auntie, grandma. Do you have another aunt? Who are the moms that you're connected to on Facebook right now that you could just say, hey, can I message some of your friends? Make an attack list right now. Who are the moms you're connected to on Facebook that you could just say, hey, I'm working on my social media. Is there any way I can, introduce myself to some of your friends? Is there any way I could introduce myself to some of your friends? That's how I'd frame it. Sometimes you hit the jackpot. Like, I'm very popular. See, 4,171. Look how popular I am. All right. So you get a jackpot like that of a Mac customer who's really connected. Boom. You could literally spend the entire fall campaign on just messaging their friends. So just something to think about. But you also want to ask for permission. You don't want to make it weird for your friends. One thing I do want to introduce you to that wasn't said that's really could be a power move is audio messages once you book up the appointment. Now you can't do it. Yeah, I didn't think so. You can't do it on Facebook Messenger, but you can't do it on the computer, but you can do it on your phone. So you send an audio message. So say I book a demo up. I actually did this with Lorraine. She was my wife's right here, Lorraine. I'll show you. She's my wife's mom's friend. So I did a virtual demo with her. I don't even know when. I guess it's taking its sweet time loading up. But one of the things that you could do is when you it's just taking long. But number one, you can call. So you could directly call your customer. So you don't even, as long as you're friends with them, you can call them right from Facebook Messenger. So if you send them a message and they don't respond, call them. Right? Just call them from there. Once you book the appointment, send them a voice memo. Send them a voice memo to make it more human so they don't forget about you and they're looking forward to the appointment. And the voice memo can say something like, thanks so much again. Looking forward to our appointment tomorrow at time. Because you set it up through Facebook, but sending that voice memo can make it more real and make the appointment more likely to stick. Cool. So I'm going to pause the recording. I appreciate all of your time. I'm 5 minutes over. I apologize, but let's get to work. I would not leave this Zoom until you send out at least your first 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 messages. Do not leave any site of a decision. Could we get a thumbs up? You are going to decide to do this. Are you going to add this to your business? Thumbs up. You're going to add this to your business? Thumbs up. Can I get a thumbs up? Then if you decided that you're going to do it, you always leave the site of a decision with a small action. You never leave the site of a decision without an action. If you're going to make a decision, you make a small action and then you follow it up with a massive action plan. Never make a decision without some sort of small action. If you're going to decide to lose weight, you make a small decision. And that small decision might be 10 jumping jacks followed up by a full workout. But you never make a decision without following it up with some sort of action. If you made the decision, you're using Facebook, never leave the site of that decision without at least doing something. 1 message, 5 messages, 10 messages, something. I'm going to pause the recording. If you got a dip, I understand. I respect your time.